Hi, Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Mohamad Imran Hafiz bin Razali, and today our group will present to you the increase in mental health disorder during pandemic COVID-19. And this is the main point in this slideshow. And as we know, the world is affected by the pandemic COVID-19. And this COVID-19 happened because of the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. And this virus usually can be found in a bat. And for your information, this is not the first time this virus was found. This virus was found in 2002, and this pandemic started in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. And as we know, this virus spread rapidly across the world. And if you can see this data, the virus has infected over 96 million people around the world and has caused over 2 million deaths. And the most affected country is the USA. And in Malaysia, the first case was reported on 25 January 2020, and this is an import case, and this person attended the business meeting in China. Then the first Malaysian was testing for positive was reported on 3rd February 2020. And as we know, the biggest cluster in Malaysia happened because of the religious gathering in Seri Petali Mosque. And one of the participants of this gathering is from Brunei, and that person was infected by the virus. Then because of that, the government implement the first MCO. And now, Malaysia is facing the third wave of this pandemic, and this is happened because of the sudden increase in total new cases per day. So the second MCO was implemented. And this pandemic not only affect our physical health, but it also affect other aspects like economy. And this pandemic also indirectly affect our mental health. And for example, when our economy was affected, there are so many people who lost their job. And this will cause depression because we don't have source of income. And second, the isolation because of the MCO will cause stress. This is especially for the one who stay alone. And of course, we still can connect with other people by phone. But as a human, we also need a physical connection. And that the mental health of our frontliner become worse. This usually happen because of the overwork. And if we can see, this is the graph for the daily new case. And if we can see, in March 2020, the daily new case does not exceed 200 people. And after the first MCO, the daily new case start to decrease. But we can see the sudden increase in September 2020. And now the daily new case already exceed 4,000 people. And then, because of that, the second MCO was implemented. And by the way, this is not the latest graph. This graph was taken when this slide was made. Then after that, the effect of this pandemic to mental health will be discussed more further by my friend after this.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Mohamad Rounak Saffin. I'm studying mechanical engineering at UTM. Currently, I'm in 3rd semester. So we have prepared a report on mental illness due to COVID-19 pandemic. In the report, my part was causes of mental illness due to COVID-19. So I'm gonna present my part here. So this is causes of mental illness due to COVID-19 pandemic. At first, in the beginning, the first one is unemployment. During this pandemic, we have seen many companies or industries are closed down, and that's why many people lost their jobs. To state that, I have said here, due to the pandemic, many industries are closed, and those companies cannot manufacture their products because of large industries made their employees resign. The people who live from hand to mouth suffered more. The vendor cannot run their business because of a movement control order, a strict standard operator procedure, and people are afraid of the virus. Then the second point is all the social events such as marriage or birthday party are cancelled. This will affect more the event planner especially. Also, the people involved in the business related to social event management. Youthful occupation searchers additionally have a lower possibility of getting back to their working environments. The same number of them had been utilized in monetary zones, generally influenced by the limitations, for example, cafes, bars, occasions, and other diversion-related administrations, dues instructing and training and non-proficient occupations. This is mentioned from Astut and Raphael's book. Then the second topic is people being separated from their family and friends. That was very normal during the pandemic, as many people stay away from home because of their work and study. So to discuss this, first I mentioned people cannot go to another state, especially the red zone area. Then the second point is international students are stuck at university during movement control order. It will be hard for them to get the food, and people will know nothing if something bad happens to them. Many international students are stuck at university, and they suffered more. Uh, it's from my experience also. Then the third point is working from home. This was a very common concept during the pandemic, as most of the countries tried to stop the infection of the virus. That's why they implemented working from home concept. So the first point is most of the offices and industries conduct work from home and online. Normally, we are used to work at workplace, so people become nervous as they never did it. Working from generally cannot be done according to schedule. That causes jam, and so people messed up. Then the next point is respondents announced they were bound to take part in screen time before bed during the stay-at-home request, and this utilization was higher in the individuals who revealed a demolishing mindset. Screen time before bed is not extraordinary or exceptional with the impact of the pandemic stay-at-home request. This is mentioned from Conroy's book. Quarantine, the most popular term during this pandemic. The concept of quarantine was totally new to the people. People who have traveled abroad have to undergo a 14 days quarantine period after arrival. Even at home, they stayed away from family members. This hampers normal life and causes mental stress. Sometimes quarantine cost is so high that creates extra pressure on the person. The last point is following the worldwide pattern announced by the first examinations completed on everyone. This investigation affirmed the negative conduct and the enthusiastic reactions incited by COVID-19 isolate and featured the higher weakness of youthful grown-ups in creating mental pain, mentioned from Sun's book. Uh, this one is like a summary. We have summarized as evolution. So actually, this pandemic caused negative impact at initial stage. People got afraid of the virus, but also their life. Most of the people's career was in threat, but some points that we have discussed are still seen in our society as the disadvantages are long lasting. So this was my part. I tried to discuss everything in short, and I tried to show the main points that happened during COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Husaini Azfar Azizzi, and I will continue our group presentation with the effect of mental health of COVID-19. First point is frontliners' mental health. Dealing with a positive COVID-19 patient can be very tired and stressful. Plus, the cases nowadays are above 2,000 every day. The frontliners may also afraid that they will be infected while doing their job and infecting people near them, such as their kids, their parents, and their nearby friends. They may be very stressed and depressed because they have to deal with a virus that cannot be seen, and yet the specific medicine to cure the virus. From the research, that 50.4% from 1,275 frontliners for COVID-19 experience depression. Both 34% and 11.5% reported insomnia and depressed, and 44.6% have anxiety. Next point is depression. There are a lot of reasons that depression happens during the MCO. One of the reasons is loneliness. Being quarantined alone can make people feel lonely, especially someone who already have problems in life. They may feel like they are stuck in their own dark world that they created by themselves. Having someone to talk with can let a human to have a mental illness. This is because we could not share about our problem with the others. It's like the next point is unhealthy lifestyle. People will don't think much about their health since they already think too much about their future life during the MCO. They might think about their job or their marriage life and others. They will eat a lot to make themselves happy. Next, that is they will skip their exercise because they feel tired by thinking too much about life. They may feeling like giving up in life and like to do something beyond expectation, like taking some unnecessary medication and being alcoholic. It's like last but not least, the worst effect of COVID-19 is suicide. People who are having a difficult time due to MCO are more likely to suicide. They may feel lonely during the MCO but cannot express it to anyone. The students who find it is really hard to study online without physical classes. They will feel depressed and eventually will lead them to suicide. Other than that, workers who are unemployed because of MCO will feel very depressed to continue their life. They will think about their family to feed and about their working life after the MCO. So, last point is you can see the research that has been made. Okay, so that's all from me.
Hi, my name is Hariz bin Mohamad Zaki. Now I am going to continue with solution on mental health during pandemic COVID-19. There are 3 ways to cure the mental health. The first one is to get help from psychiatry or share problems with others. The patient can get in touch with family members if cannot meet in person. This is because it's important for them to share the problems with their family and seek for their parents' advice. Next, the patient also can apply the AI chatbots provided which can help to develop mental health solution. It is because the chatbots will allow patients to get easy access to solution of mental health which can be practiced while quarantined at home. Next. The second one is the patient need to avoid to stay alone. Patient cannot share the problem with others if they are stay alone, as they are feeling lonely, as we need the help of other people, which we cannot deny due to the system of society. The patient also need to seek the aids given by government to avoid further anxiety and mental disorder. According to the authors, we The way to cure mental illness is by providing digital telehealth services, including video conferencing and mobile health application. This mental health service is to ensure to maintain care of patients with mental disorder. Next. The last one is the patient can join online health communities. By joining the health communities, the patient can get useful information and manage to get solutions from online providers. The patient also can lower their anxiety as they can continue to receive treatment from psychiatry. Online health communities is one of the solutions that have been developed to allow any visitor to view interaction between patients and psychologists. This idea is to promote reliable information, including lowering the barrier to access care and support stigmatized illness such as anxiety and depression. Thank you.
So the conclusion is, we can see this pandemic has bring so many impact to the world. And besides keep our physical healthy, we also need to keep our mind healthy. And don't forget to keep in touch with our family member and find someone to share our problem, and always maintain a hygiene practice. And lastly, keep following the standard operating procedure. That's all from our group. Stay safe and stay at home. Thank you.